right now, so maybe after I'm done, you guys can like Lysol and disinfect this area because I don't want to infect you.
Could you go stand out there, just like shout really loud?
No, maybe it's not too risky.
Spittle can travel.
I love it. It's so intimate. It's like a sleepover. Speaking of Los Angeles Times, I've been, ever since that poem came out, it was sort of this awkward, like, oh my God, this is the best poem I've ever written, and what do I do now? Like, it was sort of just a long time of feeling like I'm never going to top this poem. This is the best thing that I'm going to write, and I'm never going to write anything better. And for a long time, I was really struggling because not just the subject matter of the poem, but the way it was written. I felt like I was always sort of writing with kind of this veil of a lot of magic, even though I love the magic. It was a poem that had to be very real. And suddenly I had crossed over a line and I couldn't go back, and that was very scary. And once I finally kind of accepted that I'm in this new phase of writing for my life, I think my writing has been improving a lot. So I was always ending with this poem because I felt like it was the best, and now I'm going to start with it because it's the start of something. This is the first and possibly last poem I will ever write on this matter. She chiseled away at her nose the one that looked like her mother's did before she too hacked it away. They fled to the other side of the world and built a nest with expensive, shiny things. They fled when their people were sent into deserts, marching to their gravestones, when babies were thrown into the Black Sea or poisoned with toxic gas in schoolhouses, never given the chance to pass down the broad noses their parents gave them. I saw my history in tiny cups stained with black ink coffee, while she kept checking in the mirror just to make sure it hadn't grown back. I didn't recognize her anymore. Hers wasn't the face I had grown up with. It was left behind with those who starved as the Reds patted themselves on the back for their glorious union. My grandmother would tell me how beautiful I was, but if I got a nose job, how much prettier I would be. I felt sorry for her that she would go her entire life without seeing anything past her own vanity. I still love her, even if she'll never understand why. I'll never lift my breasts or freeze my face or shrink my nose, and I will never understand why she is so ashamed of the face her son gave me. From something that is in the Like a Girl pre-show zine, and if you like what you see here, you should definitely buy the full anthology. It's going to be amazing. Chronic hiccups. Help, 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 help. It didn't even sound like a word anymore. Everyone thought I had developed chronic hiccups. They told me I should hold my breath, drink water very quickly, and stand upside down. All at once, if I could, nothing helped. Help, 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 help. When the sun set or the lights dimmed, help, help, help. When a man's gaze lingered, help, too long, help, 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 help. When a coat sleeve, help, brushed my help, help, skin, help, 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 help. Air escapes me like I want to escape me, like I want to escape, like the day I did, like the day I couldn't help myself. No one could. What's interesting about that poem, I'd also submitted it for Statement magazine, and because I'm an editor, we're in the phase where we don't know who's written what, and I have to abstain from comment because I know the poet. And it's all a bunch of guys and me, and it's interesting because the girls will usually get what this poem is about, and all of the guys didn't. They sincerely thought that that poem was about hiccups, and yeah. So I don't know, Ed. I don't know, I felt like that really said something, and for that reason I was not going to change a word in that poem. So, I'm really gonna go. So something a little bit lighter. I started writing a few haikus after Graham's feature, so here's a couple of haikus about my little cousin Gemma. She's 3, she's adorable, she's hilarious. I was lulled to sleep by a 3-year-old singing, no, screaming the alphabet. She colored with zeal and restless determination outside the lines. Big outside, out of the, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really sick and I'm really drowsy. So if I space out, just bear with me. Out of the fire. Is this what it feels like to swallow snakes? I've been crying since the great library of Alexandria was burned to the ground. Canyon scars eroded deeper and deeper into my cheeks until faint streams ran dry. No warmth, no pulse. I unplugged every pool, pond, lake, drained the ocean looking for a reason to stay. But that was 1,600 years ago, and the rapture could not come soon enough. I abstained from drink and touch, and remained despite it all. Ilakun de la Seine died with a smile on her face. Will a death mask be made of my face? I gasped, water like air. It had been so long since my last sip, and I couldn't let go like an infant's grip on a mother's finger, suspended between earth, sky, and skin. Now that I've decided to live, I can't help but see the end. I dream of the Nile. These waters feel so similar. Disappearing act. I wanted this, I wanted her, I wanted to be her. She is me and I am her, but I am not me. I am her, but she is not me, and me is not me, and I am not her, and I am not me. She is she, and I am not me. I must carry her. I created her. I wanted to be her. I wanted this diamond girl. I wanted him, but he would only fuck her, so I became her, and he fucked her, and when I was me, he wouldn't even hold my hand. Anyone who knows her doesn't know me. I wanted her. She did not find me. I sought for her. I became her. And when I look in the mirror, she is there. She's always there. And when she's there, I'm not. Meditations and considerations. Tie ribbons of thought into your hair and clothes, bright red ones into little bows. 1. I wish I knew the word for swaying grass. I wish I could see the wind blow, not the objects being blown, just the wind. Maybe carrying little potted plants, succulents, lavender, baby bamboo stalk would increase oxygen levels and give us quiet companions. Sometimes we just need to be listened to. 3. What if eating pink roses made your thoughts and breath sweeter? I consumed 12 every morning for a week. They taste best in warm milk or pound cake. Make big batches and share them with your neighbors. 4. If you are cooking dinner for someone potentially significant and all of the artichokes are missing their hearts, run. 5. Let pain spread like raspberry jam on cold toast. Put it aside. Eat an avocado instead. When thoughts become opaque, dilute them with water. Watch the clear and thick swirl and dance until something new forms. Speaking of avocados, this is requested by Raquel, and it's also in my book, Doe-Eyed Venus. I have copies of this. Avocado sunrise. The day I skipped a philosophy lecture on logic and modus ponens arguments was the day avocados became an erotic fruit. You greeted me at the door, fresh out of the shower. The smell of spicy cologne and recreational drugs permeated my nose as I was pulled inside for a kiss. Our stomachs growled almost in unison. You suggested eggs, although I was hungry for something else. Eggs will do for now. I've never seen a man pick up a skillet outside of television. I was pleasantly surprised, if not slightly aroused. Crack, sizzle, serve topped with avocados from your tree. If I like avocados, then I will make your sunrise. I like avocados. Licked a green smear off your stubble cheek, took one last bite and watched the rising sun peek through the avocado tree. Time I saw a guy cook, it was like the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Because I had it until like college. The guys will, like in my family, they'll like turn the meat on the skewer, but the women will actually put the meat on the skewer, so they're just kind of standing there. The only reason my dad knows how to make coffee was because he married my mom, and then she had to go to school, and he had to do it himself because no one else would do it for him. And he's very specific about his food. He doesn't know how to make eggs, but he knows how to tell you how to make eggs.
That's a skill.
So, cooking was like a big thing, and then now I'm like, okay, maybe I should raise my standards a little higher. Okay, so I'll end on this. It's something inspired from my old dance days before I gave up that life for the poetry life. Voulez, to fly. 1. Being graceful is strenuous work, arms in second, feet in first, so deep in turnout I'm turned around. Lift, ouch, is a complete sentence. He parachevaled in my stomach and jeted into this world. 2. He had my legs. Blonde like his father, I rinsed his hair in flat champagne so it would stay golden even after he would be told, boys don't wear point shoes. 3. I bought them anyway. Toes cracked, carrying our full body weight on wooden blocks. He had less to bear for the time being. 4. When you pirouette, push, down, feet parallel 4th, arms straight 6th, pick a spot on the wall, in the mirror, at the thing you love most. Keep your eyes on it at all times. If you look away, you will fall. Thank you.
I have a hat. Our friend Raquel is going to come take the hat.
Yes, I am.
Fabulous stripiness. And she's going to walk around with the hat. And you're going to put money in the hat to thank Elmast for coming and reading. Start in the back because they're bad people who run away. No, they're trapped. No, them, the ones in the dark who run away. Anyway, we're going to take a short break during which you can go buy chapbooks, put money in the hat, sign up in the open if you didn't get a chance. And we'll be back.